This is the spot at the back of the cove where we have removed 2 feet of topsoil and turf to reveal the rock underneath. We've done this to show how soft the rock is underneath. Now you will see here there's a fissure in the rock here. There's a fissure there, and this piece of rock here is going to fall off at any time. This is where the public path is. This is the line of the public path between hedge and cliff edge, and there's meant to be 2 metre path and 2 metre safety. Well, it doesn't exist, and if one looks closely at the path creation order maps for this area, the path isn't even shown on the land here because there's no room on the map on which to show it. The path is shown out there in mid-air. That's where the path is on the path creation order maps. Look at this, look how friable it is. That is cracked, and look, that's very friable. Look, if I can knock that off with a plank of wood, how is that safe for the public to walk? I have now come a further 10 metres along the cliff at the back of the same cove from where that fissure is. The fissure is 10 yards in front of me, the vertical fissure. Now look at this. The hedge is here, the cliff hedge bank is here. The path is shown between the hedge bank and the cliff. There is only 2 metres here. Now there's supposed to be a 2 metre path by statute. The width of the path is 2 metre wide by statute and 2 metre width of safety on the outside, stated by the planning inspector, Ceredigion County Council's own safety statement. That is the only safety statement they've made. They've said that the path will be closed if it's within 2 metres of the cliff edge. So therefore, where is the 2 metres? This path can never be created. I'm now looking at the back of this cove from the other side, looking west towards Cardigan Island. Cardigan Island is in the distance there. All of this is Farm Park. This is Cardigan Island Coastal Farm Park. This is the eastern end of it. We don't allow the public to walk here because it's far too dangerous. Look at the cliff face there. That has slipped down and is full of fissures. The whole thing is breaking into bits because it's Nant Mail mudstone or division slate. And geologist Dr. Stephen Rice said a risk rating of 10 would close the path along here, and yet he gave it a risk rating of 25, absolute maximum. So how on earth can they walk children here? I've moved along now about 80 metres around the corner to the next cove heading east. Now you can see here that this path is where this plank is, 2 metre wide path by statute. There's the hedge to my left. Here's the cliff face to my right. Now this rock here is actually overhanging. This rock here is overhanging, and there's a fissure here where the plank is. This is going to go any time. If one looks down here, you can see a vertical drop of over 100 feet. And this is where the path is meant to be. I'm standing now on overhanging rock with 100 to 150 foot drop underneath me, and yet they want to walk little children here. It's totally ludicrous. I've now come round the back of the second cove. Now if you look to my left, you'll see the overhanging rock. I was standing above that some minutes ago, and you'll see that there's nothing underneath it, and there's a crack, a 45-degree split in the side of that rock. It's going to fall off at any time. Now the path was only 2 meters wide at that point, so how on earth can people walk there? You see that there's nothing underneath that rock. It is jutting right out over a 100 foot drop. So that rock can go any time. But if you look to the seaward side of that, you'll see some darker rock with no lichen on it. So there's been a fresh fall there. There is an overhang there just to the right of it. An overhang of about 1.2 meters by the look of it. But the whole of that cliff face looks fresh. So there's been a fresh fall of rock there in the last few months, I'd say. Otherwise there would be lichen, white lichen, growing on the rock if it was old rock. So it's gone. Now here, this is the line of the path once more. There's the hedge bank to my right. The path is outside the hedge bank. So it's a 2 metre path with 2 metre safety. And yet there's a 60-degree slope in the ground here. So how on earth can the path be placed here when there's a 60-degree slope in the ground and you need a 2 metre path and 2 metre safety? How is it safe to walk here? It's not safe to walk here. You can't even create a path here. There never was room for a path from day one.